Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the Midday News. The Midday News is live on Joy 99.7 FM here in Accra. In Kumasi, we are on Love 99.5 FM. Affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions. We are on Radio Wa in Wa, KTU Radio in Koforidua, Sky FM in Sunyani, ATL FM and Castle FM in Cape Coast. We are also on Sun City Radio in Keta, live on X Spaces, live on Facebook and myjoyonline.com. The Midday News is sponsored by Petrol Sol, your clean fuel in full quantity. Petrol Sol is always a delightful experience. Also brought to you by Duraplus Ghana Limited, producers of quality PVC and HDPE pipes and water tank. We are the only water storage tank with a level indicator, and where Duraplus goes, water always flows. Coming up in this edition is the official day of your election headquarters launch, made possible by Petrosol and Syntex Tank. And this afternoon, Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to announce members of his core campaign team.
There will be an announcement after our meeting today, and I'm telling the people of Ghana to be ready. There will be a big announcement.
Will Bawumia outdoor his running mate today?
We are live at the Alisa Hotel as a final list is presented by the NPP flag bearer to the party's highest decision-making bodies for final inputs and approval, plus major changes expected in the majority leadership in Parliament. We have details of that, and there will be no change in the 2024 election date. Electoral Commission backs down on proposal to shift the December polls to November after staple position from the NDC.
The Commission has resolved that we are going to have the elections come December 7th as we did in 2020.
We have details from the big election headquarters launch where Dr. Bosman Asare made the announcement. Also, every part of the country is considered a hotspot, and the Ghana Police Service plans to leave nothing to chance in the execution of his mandate in this year's election.
Policeman might be standing there with a camera you might not even know. A camera that is hidden. So all the police that you'll be seeing, some will be having body cameras.
I'll also take you to West Mamprusi, where the Municipal Assembly or the Security Council there imposes curfew on mobile money operations after 5 p.m. following recent robbery attacks that resulted in the death of 2 vendors.
It's going to be a temporary measure for some time, so that we'll study the situation. If there's a need for us to review it as time goes on, we'll do that. But for now, that is what we are going to do to make sure that at least we are able to solve or to stop the robbery of the mobile money vendors.
And their sports.
Former Ghana coach Otuado emerges as front runner for the vacant Black Stars coaching job. Details in 20 minutes.
And much later, young women in Jamestown defy odds, embrace entrepreneurship over social vices.
I
come to the seaside to help my mother sell her fish. I have my own handiwork I do to earn some money as well.
You want to stay for details of that and more here on the Midday News. I am Emefa. Apawu. This is your home of independent, fearless and credible journalism. Please do stay on for details. And this is your election headquarters. This is the big day, the launch of your election headquarters, made possible by Petrosol, your clean fuel in full quantity, and Syntex Tank. We start from the camp of the NPP, where Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is this afternoon presenting his campaign team list to the National Executive Committee of the governing NPP for consideration and further approval. The list, according to Joy News sources, was arrived at after a broader consultation with different organs of the party, expected to reflect the philosophy, strategy, and focus of the NPP's 2024 campaign. Haruna Mohammed is the Deputy General Secretary of the NPP.
And going into the elections, we don't take Ghanaians for the joke, and that is why clearly we are not seeking for honeymoon, and we are presenting the vision of the new patriotic party, the vision of His Excellency the Vice President and the incoming President of the Republic through the powers of the people of Ghana. So it is very clear. Today, there will be a decision to determine who will be the forces on the campaign. And that tells you that the final stage will be crowned by presenting to you the running mate. And that is how prepared the new patriotic party is. We are not just interested in governing, but we are interested in creating an impact on the minds and the floor of the people of Ghana. After today's meeting, there will be a big announcement that the good people of Ghana will hear.
Today, the announcement will come today.
There will be an announcement.
Is it the outdooring of your...
It's going to be a big announcement.
The outdooring of your campaign team?
For pre-running mate.
I'll come to Muta. Is that the outdooring of your campaign team?
There will be an announcement after our meeting today. And, you are asking me of an expectation. Yeah. And I'm telling the people of Ghana to be ready. There will be a big announcement.
Will Bawumia outdoor his running mate today?
When the constitution is right at the right time, Dr. Bawumia will announce the running mate to himself.
Would it be today?
Dr. Bawumia, when the constitution is right at the right time,
today?
That's the Deputy General Secretary of the NPP, Haruna Mohammed, there, speaking to my colleagues Evans Mensah and Winston Amwa during the launch of your election headquarters. Well, let's get a little deeper into the likely names that are going to come up in terms of making up the campaign team of the flag bearer of the NPP, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I'll take you live to Alisa Hotel also, but let me bring in a member of the Joy News political desk, Elton Brobe, and joins me in studio with some details of what we are learning. Who is likely to make that list, Elton?
So for the positions are campaign chairman, campaign manager, deputy manager, communications director, operations manager, and of course campaign consultants. And we have a tall list of individuals that Dr. Bawumia has penciled down for consideration. We are talking about Damboche, who is penciled for campaign chairman. And so he will sit on top of all the other bodies that work for the Bawumia campaign 2024. There's Frederick Opariansa, campaign manager. Dana Komia Kwabene Japan, they will act as campaign coordinators. Justin Kodia Frimpong, the general secretary of the party, will act as operations manager. Dennis Miracle Abuaji and Yawaduma Kwabefi will play the role of campaign spokesperson. We have others like Fred Oware, Peter McMahon, Antona Barry Fakabo, Samia Oku. They will act as campaign advisors. Okay,
and that's not all. It appears we are not just going to hear names about the campaign team of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, also the leadership of the NPP bench in Parliament in terms of the majority side in Parliament. We are told about some changes that will be made as well.
So a few minutes ago, I spoke to the deputy majority leader. He was on his way to the NEC meeting. And my information is that all the leadership of the NPP and also who've served more than 4 terms have also been invited to this meeting. Now, the proposal before the NEC is that Osei Mensah Bonsu is replaced with Alexander Fenyamakin as the majority leader for the NPP side in Parliament. Now, what will become of the NPP's 2024 manifesto committee? That's what we are picking. Now, we also Al-Hassan has been nominated for ministerial appointment.
Of course.
Now, her position, we are told, will be taken by Patricia Piaget. Frank Anodombre is moved from deputy, from whip to deputy majority leader. These are the names we are picking. It is a matter that has been put before NEC for next approval. Once the approval is done, they'll go ahead and announce it.
Okay, and that's my colleague Elton Brobe, a member of our political desk here, giving us details of what we are learning. And we know that the National Executive Committee are meeting as we speak. The National Council will also be meeting after that, right here at Alisa Hotel. And my colleague, also on the political desk, Samuel Imbura, is all over it for us and joins me live from Alisa Hotel. Imbura, what are you picking up? What more are we learning?
Well, Emefa, the meeting was scheduled initially for 10 a.m., but it had to be rescheduled for 2 p.m. because the president, whom we know is out of the country, has requested that he wants to be part of this all-important meeting of the party. Now, as you indicated earlier, the meetings will be in 2 sessions. The National Executive Committee will meet and deliberate on some of the reports from the recent activities of the party. We know about weeks ago, the party conducted the elections for parliamentary candidates in constituencies with sitting MPs. So all those issues will be looked at, and then recommendations will be made. And the critical one will be the names that Elton mentioned. So the names he mentioned are not quite different from what we have on the ground, with the exception that Ben Abdallah, who is the current national coordinator for the Zongo and Inner City Development at the Office of the Presidency, has also been tipped as one of the deputies campaign managers. We know very well that they have different deputies for the campaign managers, and he is to occupy the Zongo bit or to represent the Zongo bit. But all that Elton has mentioned are the names that are currently coming up strongly here. So the meeting hasn't started. We are waiting for them. Just a couple of minutes ago, Chairman Woon to me arrived. I couldn't have a conversation with him because he was in another conversation with one of the party members. I also chanced on Yao Adomako Befi, whose name has come up strongly. When I approached him, he actually expressed some surprise that his name is But we are still following up the beat, and then we are waiting for them to arrive for this all-important meeting to start.
And both meetings are expected to happen today. That's the National Council meeting and then the NEC meeting as well.
Exactly, Eva. So, Emefa, sorry. So, after the National Executive Committee meeting, they will now submit their recommendations before the National Council, which is the second highest decision-making body of the party, to consider or otherwise.
Well, that's my colleague Samuel Imbura there giving us all the updates from the Alisa Hotel. And of course, your election headquarters has the list already. We've been putting that out and we'll be waiting for that official announcement also from the party as soon as the National Council and the NEC meetings are over. And you heard my colleague, those meetings are yet to start. But it appears the NDC are also busy. On the day that your election headquarters was launched, they are also holding a separate meeting where the General Secretary is chairing that meeting to select various groups to form the National Executive Committee. Mustafa Gbande, the Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, speaking to us at the election headquarters launch.
Soon, because we just finished with our parliamentary elections, the flag bearer, as part of our strategy, is soliciting and consulting Ghanaians about their problems and how you have been talking about social contract, where our manifesto becomes a social contract achievable with the people of Ghana all involved. So we are currently paying more attention to that. The General Secretary of my party, my boss, will be launching our NEC committees later this afternoon. And then after the committees have been launched, then we'll tentatively firm up what our manifestos are. And then from there, a running mate will be announced, and then campaigns will start.
And that's Mustafa Gbande, Deputy General Secretary of the NDC. And this is still your election headquarters, made possible by Petrosol, your clean fuel in full quantity. And it's definitely a clash of titans as Ghana gears up for its 9th presidential election on December 7th. The stakes have never been higher, with more than 19 million registered voters. Will the ruling New Patriotic Party make history with a third consecutive term, or will the NDC rewrite the narrative with a record-breaking victory? Or could a third force cause an upset? Isaac Kofieje has more in this report.
In the heart of West Africa, the stage is set for a political showdown as Ghana prepares for its 9th presidential and parliamentary elections on December 7th. With delegates having spoken, the fate of the nation now lies in the hands of more than 19 million registered voters eager to choose the leader who will steer the country into the future. Will this be a try me again or a try me too? The battleground is fierce, with the ruling MPP seeking to shatter an 8-year spell and make history by securing a third consecutive term in the Fourth Republic. On the opposing side, the NDC is eyeing the chance to become the first party to clinch victory more than 4 times in the Fourth Republic. Former President Mahama, fueled by the momentum of increasing his vote share from 44.4% in 2016 to 47.36% in 2020, is vying for a triumphant comeback. Meanwhile, the NPP, having witnessed a drop in popularity from a commanding 53.9% in 2016 to 51.59% in 2021, is determined to bridge the gap and reclaim lost ground. The parliamentary battlefield is equally intense, with the MPP aiming to regain a substantial majority after slipping from that 169 seats in 2016 to 137 in 2020. The stakes are high and no constituency will be taken for granted. Ghana's political landscape is further complicated by internal dynamics. The departure of Alan Chamantin from the NPP raises concerns about potential damage in the crucial Ashanti region, traditionally the party's stronghold. On the flip side, the NPP's choice of Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia as their flag bearer introduces a new dimension, as he is expected to strongly compete for votes in the northern part of the country, historically a stronghold of the NDC. As the dust settles on party conventions, attention turns on the selection of running mates, a crucial decision that could tip the scales in favor of one candidate or the other. The nation is abuzz with speculation and anticipation, eager to see who will be chosen to complement Mahama and Bawumia in their quest for the presidency. With the drama unfolding, the burning question remains: will Ghana witness a one-touch victory, a runoff, or could a surprise third force emerge to reshape the political landscape? The answer lies in the hands of the voters, And as December 7th approaches, the nation braces itself for a historic and consequential election that will shape the destiny of Ghana for years to come. Isaac Kufieje reporting for Joy News.
And there will be no change in the 2024 election date. Electoral Commission has backed down on proposal to shift the December polls to November after staple opposition from the NDC. While speaking at the launch of Joy News Election Headquarters programs for this election cycle, Deputy Chairman of the Electoral Commission in charge of corporate services, Dr. Bosman Asari, says the change in decision came about after one of the major political parties have been telling you objected to it at an IPAC meeting. You can listen to him.
As you may be aware, we had a meeting with our political parties, and one of the major parties indicated clearly that they don't support the change of date from December to November in 2024. So as a commission, we know in the law requiring that to have such a change, you have to go to Parliament, to have 2/3 of the members of Parliament approving of that particular change. The commission has resolved that we are going to have the elections come December 7th as we did in 2020. So as a commission, we are fully prepared, we are fully ready, and we believe that the successes that we chalked in 2020, we are going to even do more in 2024. In that IPAC meeting, that was agreed with the political parties that in the event we cannot marshal the forces of IPAC to have it in November in 2024, the commission should take the step to ensure that in 2028 we are going to have it in November. And again, this must be cleared. We were not talking about November 7th. At the IPAC meeting, the decision was a day in November. So it could be a first Monday, a second Monday, a third Monday, or Tuesday, or Friday, or Thursday in November.
So that's not the only decision the Electoral Commission is backing down in terms of their proposal. The decision to eliminate the use of indelible ink in this year's elections has also been put aside after Ghanaians and the various political parties voiced their disapproval against the decision. We can hear Dr. Bosman Asari again.
Last year, we made it very clear that we thought when you look at the procedures in our elections, the idea of using the indelible ink, it's like you are using 2 layers of verification. So the commission said if Mr. Evans Mensah is coming to vote, Mr. Evans Mensah will be verified electronically for us to know that indeed it's Mr. Mensah who has been verified. So when you want to go ahead and use the indelible ink, then clearly you don't have confidence in your biometric register. So as a result of that, we postulated that it will be better to do away with the indelible ink. But as a listening institution, we've heard the concerns of the general public. We've heard the concerns of parliamentarians across the aisle, the MPP and the NDC, civil society members. And we've come to the conclusion that if by using the indelible ink, people will have more confidence in the process, why not?
And the IGP was well represented at the election headquarters launch, and the Director General of Research and Planning at the Ghana Police Service, DCOP Prince Gabriel Wabu, has assured Ghanaians of optimum security during the 2024 general elections.
I'm afraid they shouldn't dare, because that's what I'm saying. We have all implements that would be able to pick you up, and we wouldn't even need to chase you. We didn't need to chase you, but we'll pick you from your house after you have done such a thing. So why go there, do it, when the law will catch up with you? Policeman might be standing there with a camera you might not even know, a camera that is hidden. So all the police that you'll be seeing, some will be having body cameras. They are there, it's being looked at our main base. So whatever is going on during the elections would be monitored and would be captured live. Why should we want to destroy what is being put in place?
That's the Director General of Research and Planning at the Ghana Police Service, DCOP Prince Gabriel Wabu. But our theme for this year is an informed electorate. But what will inform your decision to vote in this year's election? Some of you have been sharing your thoughts with us.
And then the former government haven't met my expectations yet. Honestly, when you take issues of sanitation, that's my background. Let me start from there. When you take issues of sanitation, you come to the center of Ghana, which is Accra. As at 9 a.m., you see traffic, thinking that maybe there's a truck which is being causing the traffic. But you realize that you go and then there are huge sums of waste left. It can be 2 days, 3 days, and then this waste is causing traffic. Meanwhile, the government has contracted people, institutions to be dealing with sanitations in Accra.
Prices are so high
the government wanted to do some affordable housing, but then I see that it has not been to the best of effect for the citizenry. And then so many people are finding it difficult to get rent, to get house to rent, and then also the prices are too exorbitant. So what will influence my vote is that if the rent does not come down, we are not going to vote.
Some of your views that you shared with us during the launch of election headquarters. It was made possible proudly by Petrosol, your clean fuel in full quantity, also made possible by Syntex tanks, a strong, a tough. We'll bring you more from your election headquarters throughout the day. Also more on myjoyonline.com and all our social media platforms. But away from the election headquarters to some other stories now in the West Mamprusi Municipal Security Council has directed all mobile money vendors to stop operations after 5 p.m. in a move to address robbery attacks on them. This follows the robbing and killing of 2 vendors and injuries to 7 others in the Wale township by armed robbers. Ghana Police Service, through an intelligence-led operation, arrested 2 suspects identified as Zachariah Yamusa alias Van Dam and Fatao Issa in connection with that robbery. Municipal Chief Executive Arimiao Somo Laki tells my colleague Sweetie Abochi the measures have become necessary to save lives and property.
Arrangements earlier that we made, robbers do not have access to getting people to attack. Now their main target is the mobile money vendors. So now the security decided that by 5 p.m. every day in the evening, every mobile money vendor should close and move back to where he or she comes from, so that at least that in alone will be as a measure to meet the abnormalities in the past. Secondly, we are also looking at periodic search of vehicles, motorbikes that they use to perpetrate those crimes, and the vehicles that they use, and then also unlawful holding of ammunition. We are going to ban ammunition, unlawful holding of ammunition in the.
That's the West Mamprusi Municipal Security Chair. That's Arimiao Somo Laki there. Now, in a related development, a man believed to be mentally ill has killed 4 persons at Bandankwanta, a community in the Bole district of the Savannah region. 1 other person is in critical condition at the Carpenter Hospital. Well, eyewitnesses who spoke to Joy News said the police struggled to take the knife from the mentally ill man. He was using it to kill the persons, as he visibly was very strong. He was reportedly shot and killed. Memma Mohammed narrates more of how the incident occurred.
He was sleeping outside. The guy came and he woke up and he said he wanted a place to sleep. And the guy said, no, this time the night is over like that. So in the process, he said he wanted to go to the toilet. The guy asked him, why? Don't you know where to go or what? The guy was like, okay, I will assist you. So in the course of trying to help him to find a place to go, he said he won't go to the toilet again, and then entered into their compound house. He followed and was asking him why. So in the process, the guy just bumped into him. So he pushed him. The guy got up and ran into the first room, and that's where he used a knife to kill the first child. So according to the guy, when that happened, he locked the room so they couldn't enter. He checked through the window and then he was killing the small child. So people came around. The time he went there again was when there was gunshots.
Time for a quick breather here on the Midday News, live on Joy 99.7 FM, affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions. You're also live on Love 99.5 FM in Kumasi. We've been talking about the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, presenting a final list to make up his campaign team to the National Executive Committee and the National Council. We'll return from the break with sport, and later, young women in Jamestown defy odds, embrace entrepreneurship over social vices.
I come to the seaside to help my mother sell her fish. I have my own handiwork I do to earn some money as well.
When budgets are tight and money difficult to come by, you want to be sure you get the best value for your money. These are not times to be spending money fixing expensive engine problems because of cheap fuel and lubricants. Drive to a Petrosol station today and buy your quality fuel and lubricants, and rest assured of fuel that lasts long and lubricants that prevent expensive engine problems. Hear the sound. Petrosol, clean fuel in full quantity.
GoTV is stepping up your entertainment from the 15th of January at no extra cost to you. If you are on GoTV Value, upgrade to GoTV Plus to watch GoTV Max. Already on GoTV Plus? Upgrade to GoTV Max to enjoy GoTV Super. And if you are on GoTV Max, upgrade to GoTV Super to enjoy the best of the best on GoTV Super Plus. Don't wait. Step up your entertainment today. It's on us. GoTV. Love it. T&Cs apply.
Thanks for staying with us here on the Midday News. Time for sports. Mubarak, what do we have?
Yes, Emefa. So former Ghana coach Otoado is leading the race to become the next Black Stars coach to replace Chris Hughton. The 48-year-old who stepped down after the 2022 World Cup is reportedly willing to take up the role again. Love FM Stephen Zando has more.
Otoado was part of the applicants for the Black Stars coaching job and has been interviewed by the search committee of the GFA. According to our checks, he scored the highest marks and the Football Association is convinced the former Black Stars coach is the ideal man to replace Chris Hughton. His appointment this time will be permanent, but that will come at a cost. His experience during the Nigeria World Cup playoff and the World Cup in Qatar has challenged him to do more as a coach, and that is why he wants to return to coach the Black Stars. If government agrees to activate his release clause, the announcement
coaching job is concerned.
Thank you very much, Mubarak. Let me take you to Parliament, where the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, James Kluter-Aveji, has disagreed with the position of the Auditor General on the auditing of subsidiaries of the Social Security and National Insurance Trust, SNIT. The Auditor General raised concerns over the appointment of private auditing firms to audit the accounts of some 10 subsidiaries of SNIT. Well, we can hear from the Director General of SNIT, Dr. John Ofori-Tinkrang.
I usually don't do this to disagree with auditors in publicity, but this one I disagree with you. Because I've just said that if that company subsidiary is owned 100% by SNIT, the board of directors are SNIT. And the result of that company is incorporated into the SNIT account, which you audit.
Well, so that's the chairman of Parliament's Public Accounts Committee, James Kluter-Aveji there. Well, my colleague James Aveji is also there for us, joins us on the line with details. What more are we learning from the committee?
Yes, Emefa. So the Ghana Water Company has been appearing. There's been concern raised about the water situation in the north. They have attributed the situation to subsistence power outages in the area, promising that they will fix it moving forward.
And that's my colleague James Aveji bringing us details of happenings at the Public Accounts Committee. And many coastal communities are known for the high incidence of teenage pregnancies. But here in across coastal community of Jamestown, some adolescent girls are defying the norm to change the narrative. My colleague Adobia Asare has been interacting with them, has come through with this report read to you.
In the coastal town of Jamestown, a group of young girls find themselves at crossroad. Well, some chose the path of leisure and loitering about the bustling market square. Others have embraced a different journey.
Some of the young ladies I see in this community do nothing but loiter about. Some indulge in all sorts of vices and get pregnant when they are not ready to have children.
Among these diligent girls is Rita Tego, a spirited young girl who, instead of spending her days in idling about, has dedicated herself to helping her mother sell the day's catch at the beach.
I'm here to help my mom. It's not like I don't have anything to do, but I completed school last year and I'm in the house, I'm not doing anything. I have to help my mom for her to get money so that this year by this time I'll be attending university.
Not far away is Princess Ado, a savvy entrepreneur in the making who is committed to pursuing her own venture. She braids and makes wigs by night and helps her mother by day at the shore.
I
come to the seaside to help my mother sell her fish. I have my own handiwork I do to earn some money as well. I just love to braid. I have knowledge about everything with regards to hairdo, and I am focused on doing that and doing it well to be able to fend for myself.
Adobia Asari's report. Time for M&J. It's been a busy weekend, a week experience. Let's talk about it.
Well, Emefa, it was electrifying. I mean, amazing. So patrons who were there, they couldn't express their excitement enough. Mercy Chinwo was there, Daughters of Glorious Jesus. And also we had Honorable Samjo too, who was there. We had Kujo Ponkroma. Many other personalities was there. They were there last night. And also when you hit social media, we have Black Sharif trending. Now he's trending after he was spotted on the on London's Fashion Week. And he was on the runway, and people have been sharing their excitement. You know, Blacko has this blend of fashion. So when people saw him on the runway, they were wondering. But then people are also expressing so many comments about this. I also have Otu Ado also trending after Joy Sports posed the question asking their followers whether they would accept Otu Ado's return as a coach.
Okay. Jackie, you've been busy. Thank you so much for joining us. And that's how we end today's edition of the Midday News here on Joy 99.7 FM. We have Living Word with Pastor Mensa Otabil up next. Generosity, episode 1. Have a good afternoon.